Alright, wow, it's crazy how uncomfortable this is just immediately because the camera's rolling. I'm gonna try something new, for the blog, by a vlog. Doing this for a few reasons. It's something new, why not? I also prefer, voice and, it's so weird looking at myself right now. I prefer voice and, facial expression and body language and stuff. And also I can say a lot more in a lot less time, because I'm on my iPad. It takes a while to type sometimes, so it's a lot faster saying things. I honestly don't really know if this will work. Wow, that is really bright on the screen. I don't know if this will work because I don't know if the file will be able to upload and onto the blog. It uploads, YouTube videos. So hopefully that'll, it'll work. But I also looked into it and it only uploads a gig, and I have no idea how much a gig is, of video anyway. So, I'm gonna try and edit it. I got a editing app an hour ago, and I honestly haven't touched it yet because I don't really know what to do because I haven't had anything to edit yet. So, yeah. I'm gonna try this. I'm saying and a lot. I'm very self-aware right now. I mean, I'm self-aware a lot, and it's really annoying because, maybe it's just, recently, these past few days or something, but, my consciousness, where I am, I'm not really seeing, with my eyes, I'm seeing, through my eyes, I don't see here, I see, back here, and it's, through, if that makes any sense whatsoever. I'm very aware of what I'm doing at all times, and it's really frustrating. I don't know why. Oh, by the way, I have background music and stuff, so it's not just dead air, because that just doesn't really, it's just not good, from what I can tell, because I watch a lot of YouTube videos, and I watch a lot of vloggers, because people interest me, their views just on anything really, how their day was, which I know sounds weird considering I don't know a lot of them, but honestly, a really big, I wouldn't say necessarily I was playing with a coin, I just dropped it. I wouldn't say necessarily an idol of mine, but someone I really look up to and who seems like a really great person, someone I really want to meet, is Philip DeFranco, and he has a bunch of YouTube stuff that he does, and he seems like a really cool guy, and I think it'd be amazing to meet him in real life. I dropped a coin, so I got a little marble instead to play with, because I'm a little nervous about doing this for the first time. I think in the same way that I was nervous the first time I started the vlog, now it was just very new and strange. I guess it's not as strange because, vlogging and blogging are similar, but at the same time they're very, very different, because that made sense. But yeah, I wanted to do this. I don't know, I'm used to it, but I've been alone all day today. I saw my mom a few times when she came home, but she's been outside most of the time, in the backyard, and I've just been doing chores and stuff. I cleaned my room earlier, but it's also, I know it's dark right now, just sort of setting the mood. I don't know, I have very extensive conversations by myself, either I'm pretending to have a conversation with someone, and yes, I genuinely do that. I've had, hours and hours of conversation pretending that I'm talking to someone. Sometimes I'll even make it specific. I'm specifically talking to this person. And the thing is, that entire conversation, just went to waste. And I really wish that I actually said those things to that person, whatever they may have been, because I'm not talking about, a specific instance, by the way. I'm talking about, this is all the time. I am genuinely talking to myself or pretend talking to other people all the time. And I'm, constantly explaining things. I'm trying to, express my feelings, just get stuff off my chest. It's really weird. But then again, it's like, at the same time, I feel like a lot of people do that. It's, it's human to talk to yourself. And which is weird because, like, a lot of people were like, oh, he was talking to himself? He's crazy. What the heck? Because there's a lot of times where, like, I'm talking to myself, like, just, like, walking down the hall, and I'm kind of, like, mumbling to myself, and then someone, like, comes around the corner and sees me doing that, and, like, they give me, like, a weird look. Ah, jeez. So it's, like, super uncomfortable for everyone involved. I'm gonna go over here, sort of more in the middle of the screen, because I realize I'm, like, over here, so I'm gonna be in the middle. I'm sorry that I'm not looking, like, directly into the camera. I'm, like, looking at my face, because, like, there's the camera, and there's my face, so it's a little, off-centered, but this is more comfortable. Actually, I'm not sitting in, so, like, I don't know where to be comfortable now. Now I feel, like, obligated to look straight ahead, because that's what I was doing before, and now I'm looking at an angle, so you're, like, actually getting the side of my face now. But I guess you were before, too, weren't you? Armpit hair. Sorry. It's funny, like I was just saying, like, I just play a lot of scenarios in my head. Like, sometimes stuff that I wish happens, sometimes stuff that I want to happen. So I've already done this in my head, like, 20 times today, because I was planning to do it. It's not really ever, it never really helps planning stuff in my head, because it never goes the way I wanted it to. Like, there's sometimes, like, like, I would have said something, like, in that conversation that I had, like, in my head, or, like, out loud just by myself, because I'm by myself, like, especially on the weekends, like, 95% of the time. Maybe on weekdays, considering I'm at school for, like, half the day sometimes, because I have 0 hour, and then I have track after school, so I'm on school grounds a lot. But, I don't know, at the same time, there's, like, I know it sounds really cliche, but there's a lot of days where I feel alone in a crowded room with, like, 30 other kids. And that's not even just because, like, I'm not talking to other people. Like, there's some times where I'm talking to people, like, some of my best friends, and I just sort of space out, and I feel really bad. Because, like, I, like, come back and I snap back to it, and I'm like, I just realized I have no clue what the hell they just said. So I kind of just laugh and hope it wasn't a question. And I'm really sorry, guys. I am, because I'm talking about, like, Isaac and Shelby and Austin. Like, there are times where I'm just like, I really don't know what you just said, because, like, there are times when, like, I'm actually paying attention. I'm having a conversation with someone. I'm genuinely listening to what they have to say. And then for some reason, like, I realize that, like, they're switching eyes, and just, like, their eyes are shifting ever so slightly. And then I become aware of that, and I'm like, wait, which eye am I looking at? So you start thinking about which eye you normally look at when you're talking to people. And then, you, like, start looking at just, like parts of their face, like, individually, not their entire face. And then you go back to, like, the big picture in their entire face, and it suddenly looks different, and, not necessarily strange, but different in some way, and you don't know why, because it's the exact same face it was 5 seconds ago, but you've sat there and you've analyzed, like, their eyebrows, their eyes, their nose, their mouth, their teeth, their ears, their forehead, all their acne, and suddenly they just look like a bunch of different parts of a face, like Frankenstein, without ever changing. And all this happens in just, like, seconds, and then you snap back and you're like, what did they just say? And then you feel so bad, and all of this is going in your head, and the whole time you're just sitting there like, yeah, totally. And like, there's a lot of, like, havoc and chaos that goes on in here. And like I was saying earlier, like, I feel like that's with a lot of people. It's just, maybe I'm more self-aware than others, maybe? Because, like, no one else seems to talk about stuff like this. But then again, I feel like people don't really talk anymore. They don't. That's not true. Take that back. People talk a lot, sometimes too much, and you're just like, please, you're not. Shut up! For the love of everything that is holy, shut up! And, jeez, it's already been 10 minutes. This is actually fun. I'm enjoying this quite thoroughly. I don't know if anyone's ever going to see this. I don't even know if I'm going to rewatch this because, like, I saw this the other day. I think I was with Isaac and Erica, and they were on Tumblr, and I was sort of, like, sitting in the back, and, I was in, like, this really weird kind of funk and stuff. Like, I felt very, like, they were sitting, like, Erica was sitting there, Isaac was sitting there, and I was sitting behind them, and it was weird. I felt like if I wasn't there, like, nothing would be different, which, I mean, that's very true, and that's true in every situation, but I just felt very, like, in that one moment, I felt very, very, like, insignificant. I felt like a ghost, you know? Like, almost like I didn't belong there, because, like, I mean, I haven't talked to Isaac, like, actually talked in a while, so, like, Friday, I was kind of, like, there was stuff going on, like, again, up here, and, I was kind of like, I was either looking for, Austin or Isaac, because, there are some days that, like, they stay behind after school because Isaac has speech and debate, and Austin just stays back some days till he gets picked up. So I was hoping to find at least one of them and I could talk to them. And then, like, I saw in the squad room that, Isaac and Eric were sitting there. I was like, sweet, like, there's Isaac. And then, the more I sat there, the more I realized, like, they do this all the time now. Like this is kind of their thing. Like, they sit together next to each other on Tumblr, and they have a good time. And I felt like I was intruding, and it just didn't feel good, like, at all. I have no idea what I was trying to say before that. Oh, man, that is so annoying. That's the other thing, like, with vlogging and vlogging, that is really hard to say, like, multiple times at least. But with the two of those, I'm very kind of all over the place in my blogs, for the most part, especially, like little parentheses things. I do that all the time. And you guys, like, if I do wind up by uploading this, and I figure out how, you guys can let me know if I talk and blog and, like, write the same way. I think I do, but I've never really heard otherwise, but at the same time, I've never really heard something, like, supporting that, because, like, I've talked about it before, but, like, Isaac and Shelby, like, they've never actually confirmed it, so maybe they're just like, haha, yeah, totally, or, maybe they just didn't really think it was important enough to comment on, I don't know, I have no idea what I was trying to say before, oh, jeez. So anyway, I've been alone all day, and there's been, like, a lot of stuff that I've been thinking about, and I don't know, it's weird, like, not that there's not always a lot of stuff that I'm thinking about, it's just I felt very,